Welcome to the fourth video in our tutorial series. By far the most reliable way to load outside books on your Kindle is through Amazon's Send to Kindle function. Available as an app or just through your computer's browser, Send to Kindle works by converting files of any format to Kindle's AZW3 file type. Though simple and reliable, Send to Kindle is not without its problems, which we will discuss more later in this video. So the first thing you will need to do is access your Send to Kindle account. This can be done by using the site's link, which I have typed in up here for you guys to look at. It is just amazon.com/send-to-kindle. Or you can simply just type into a search bar just the words send to Kindle. And now you will need an Amazon account in order to access your Send to Kindle account. I assume if you're a Kindle reader, you probably have this type of account, but just in case you don't, it is a requirement, and you will need the same username and password that you use for your Amazon account. So now we're going to go to the website, and this is what it looks like. I've logged in beforehand just to ensure that we have this prepared for our demonstration. They make it pretty straightforward. You can follow most of the on-screen directions on how to do it. This is just drag and drop files here, or you can click this button to open up your File Explorer and pick something from your device. Right here it lists the type of files that you can send. Like I was talking about before, there's EPUBs and PDFs are probably the big ones. Doc you're going to get from Google Docs, and then you have Docs, which is for Microsoft Word. These are all image files. Yeah. So what we're going to do is, again, if you have an updated browser like me, you can pick the file you want from up here. Although if you've noticed from our second video, I did rename our old file, and it does not rename up in this portion. So I'm just going to say to select from device. And I'm going to go into my downloads, and you'll see right here, this is the article I'm looking for. You can either click it and hit open, and that will put it in here, or you can grab it and drag it onto this screen. So now what shows up on this line is what will appear in your Kindle library. Now we changed the title of it beforehand just for ease of searching for it. But if you didn't, or you had a different way of naming it, you would still be able to change the title now. So this is the title, and I think an important thing to ensure you add, if it's possible, is the author's name. This is because a lot of Kindle libraries do, by default, sort by author's name, and it can make it difficult to find your file. So this will just be a relatively easy search here, and now you'll notice this is an academic article, so the last name comes first, and then there's the first and middle name. I'm just going to copy and paste from here. So I'm going to copy it, and then paste it, and then I'm just going to change the order of the author's name. So now when this file appears in your library, it should come up with Alexandra as the author. Now another important part about sending to Kindle is it gives you this option, especially when using PDFs. It asks if you want to keep it in its original layout or make the layout adjustable. All that this here means is that making it adjustable allows you to do some of the more common Kindle functions of just increasing text size or modifying the line spacing and layout of the document. You can absolutely do this. However, it does tend to corrupt the file quite often. So if you do choose to make the layout adjustable, just make sure that the document looks how you want it to look. Check it out in your library, make sure that the text reads normal, that things haven't been lost or rearranged, and you should be okay. For the sake of this, I am going to keep the original layout. It does still allow you to highlight and keep notes on what you're writing, or what you're reading. And my only complaint is that it can sometimes be difficult to zoom. But other than that, I'm just going to recommend keeping the original layout. less room for error in that case. So now all I have to do is hit send, and you'll see down here it is in the process of sending my document to my Kindle. The status here is processing. Once it's in my library, it'll show up with a little checkbox and say in my library. So that's the process. It's pretty simple, and I'm hoping that you can duplicate it after watching what I've done here. So now, congrats! You've completed the 4th and final video in our tutorial series. We thank you for taking the time to view these works and hope they taught you something useful to your day-to-day life. If you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to your local librarian for clarification, and we encourage you to fill out the survey found below. Now go forth and explore the wonderful world of digital reading.